What's going on, everybody? Eric Bourassa here, and today I want to teach you the Christmas classic, I Won't Be Home for Christmas by Blink-182. This is really an iconic Blink song, right in the era between Enema of the State and Take Off Your Pants and Jacket. I believe closer to Take Off Your Pants and Jacket. It really has that era feel. Okay, so apparently Scott Raynor is the drummer on I Won't Be Home for Christmas. It sounds so much like that era with Travis Barker, and apparently there's like a strobe light behind me. I thought, no, that's gotta be Travis Barker, and I listened to the recording again, and sure enough, I was like, okay, this sounds more like Scott Raynor than Travis Barker. So apparently they recorded this song in 1997, around Enema of the State. So yeah, if you know your power chords well and you can play some simple melodies, this is going to be a pretty easy song for you to learn. The only real challenge is the speed of the verses. All right, so let's dive in, and Merry Christmas. All right, so the opening chord progression is just G5, E5, C5, and D5. Same as the verse. And actually, that's wrong. It's G5, E5, D5, and then C5, D5. For the guitar, you're going to be playing this melody. Right, pretty boring on its own, but when you put it with the bass line that Mark Hoppus is playing, you get... Right? That's got a really nice sound to it. All we're doing is we're playing on the third string open, and then adding that fourth fret. So in typical Tom DeLonge fashion, we're starting with the root and then going to the third and the fourth, right? This, such a common thing for Tom to do. And then you've got this little walk down from 4, 2 to 0, right? 0, 0, 4, 0, 5, 0, 4, 2, 0. And then the second time it's just open and 4. All right, so I would hit very gently on that part. Okay, so let's go to the verse. We get G5, E5, C5, D. The challenge is the endurance, because it really is a pretty fast tempo there. So you're just going to do palm mutes on each chord. First, you're going to hit it open, and then palm mute, and then you're going to go back and forth from hitting the 5th fret on the 4th string back to 2 palm mute hits in between. So you get, once this starts, a really common pattern for Blink to do, a common rhythmic pattern to go 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1. Okay, so 1 hit of no palm mute, 2 hits palm muted, 1 hit not palm muted, 2 hits palm muted, and then 1 and 1. So that's in the second half of each chord. And then we do the same thing with E5. Right? We keep that G on. And then same thing with C5. You're only doing a 2-note power chord there. And then for D, instead of doing a D5 power chord, we do just the root and the third here. So same idea, okay? So here's that whole verse slow. In between verse 1 and 2, there is not a chorus. You're just going to rest on the G, and Tom just plays... right? Just an open G pedaled with the 5th fret on the 4th string, which is also a G. giving you this nice kind of ringing sound between these unison notes. All right, and then the chorus is just G5, D5, E5, C5. G5, D5, E5, C5. And then the fourth time, we get this. An extra 4 hits of D5 at the end of the chorus. All right, so we've got the intro, and then we've got verse, we've got a break, we've got verse 2, then we've got a chorus, then back to the intro, and then we have another verse, and then another chorus. Oh, what Tom is playing on the chorus is simply this. Just G's, just like we did in that quick instrumental break between verses 1 and 2. So over the chords. Right, it's got that kind of feel. So you could choose whether you played the chords or you played that little melody harmony that's up on top. Okay, so then we get to the break. The break is really, really simple. Tom is kind of, once again, just playing these open Gs, really. You could also experiment, instead of doing open in 5, you could experiment with like open in 4. You can sort of mess around with it. The chord progression that Mark is playing on the bass behind it, it's G, A, G over B, C. So those root notes are just G, A, B, and C. And if you combine that with what Tom is playing, you get a pretty cool sound. You can also sort of experiment with that 4th fret on the 4th string combined with the opening. Sometimes that's kind of a cool sound. So you can kind of play with it, and if you have seen a live version of Blink playing this song, Tom DeLonge does sort of change it up a little from what he did in the studio recording. And so then after that, the band breaks in with I won't be home for Christmas, and then you're just into power chords. I won't be home. I won't be home for Christmas. G5, A5, G over B, C5. And then you end on G5. So that's I Won't Be Home for Christmas. Check out the link in the description below for the tabs. And of course, you saw it on the screen. If you like Blink-182 as much as I do, be sure and like and subscribe for more Blink content. Really excited for Mark, Tom, and Travis to be back together, and excited for the new album. And I will see you guys in the next times.